So yeah, what does the group do next? What does the group do now? They've kind of been given. I mean, I don't want to say a quest, but kind of a quest, a job for the base, something that needs doing. How would you approach this problem?
Um, I'll just James. Do you know any safe routes to drink?
Uh, what is the what are the roads like towards there?
Dog shit, especially this time of year. So if you're on the big map, who's on the you're all on the map page, yeah. If you zoom
Yeah.
right out as far as you can go, pretty much,
It's a far trip.
yeah, it's way down here. Way down here. And you are way up here. So you've got to cross the body of water that's here. Now, Reynolds, you know the best way of crossing it is at low tide. Like on a good day, the water completely recedes, and it's just like it becomes marsh for a few hours, and you can like make your way across it in that time. Basically, you can cross it while the water's receded. You're crossing. It's not particularly a popular way of going by vehicle. Most vehicles would just get stuck in the mud and get trapped, and the water would come in, and you'd lose the vehicle. People tend to do it normally by foot. Like you'll cross. Doomwolf, you've probably slodged like the kilometer and a bit through mud once or twice before, because it's the easiest way to get like across. Because the only other option is to go right way up and off our map, and then like around. And from there, you've kind of got to go through the hills, taking a whole bunch of different old roads, maybe even cresting these kind of snowy hills at places, and then go down and past this two big weird zones, and then down to Brink, which is at the end of this peninsula.
So are the red circles and ovals the red weird zones?
Yeah, those are the wrong places, the weird zones.
Okay.
As you can see, they're relatively common all across like the land. Like they're not, and they tend to be quite large. And you know, James, it's definitely best, if possible, to avoid going near them. And definitely better not to accidentally, because well, this is kind of what you think they are. They tend to move and fluctuate a little bit. So even getting close to them, you might accidentally slip into one.
You're muted.
I was hitting the wrong button to talk. Yeah, I know a good way to get there. We might have a little bit of trouble, but I think it'll be alright.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you do. You're the driver. If you need someone to do like a long haul, it's not actually like a huge amount of distance. I think it's like let's see how long the trip would be. It'd be a couple of maybe traveling like 100 miles or so by the time you're done, but it will still take a couple of days just because you're traveling through such poor conditions. Maybe 2 days or so. Cool. Yeah. So, what sort of preparations do we see before you're setting off? And like, how are the group to get together? Is there like just a kind of tense working silence? Is there banter? Are they even spending time together? Or is it like a case of like they know they're going to meet up on this day, and until then they've got their own business?
Um,
Go, Eric.
I was still thinking. I had an idea, but I
Okay.
didn't.
So I think Scalpel might just go back to his room, pack some killers and shit in his bag, and to James Reynolds' car. and not saying a word. We'll have a long trip to talk.
Cool. So yeah, everyone just. Oh, sorry.
The one was probably going to James because he changed his. Did you change your vehicle from the last game? Or was it also like...
I think we mounted that one machine gun that we've got on top of it.
What machine gun?
Or was it...
There was a machine gun that we got off a boat or something, wasn't there?
Embers kept the boat. And the machine gun is still on Ember's boat.
Oh.
Yeah, because Embers like took my other car as a tank and took that boat. And it's yeah, she hung on to that machine gun. Yeah, I remember Katsu was like, "Oh, we could take the machine gun and put it on your car," and
Yeah.
Embers was like, "Get off my machine gun, that's mine." So yeah, no, that's definitely still on Ember's boat. If you've taken an advancement though or something and to get you a machine gun, then you've definitely got one. It's been a few.
No, I don't think I even have any XP.
Oh. Well, we'll fix that soon. So yeah, no, you didn't get the machine gun from the boat, I'm afraid.
Okay.
It's still on that boat, which is in the harbour right now. Its machine gun gently glistening, teasing you with its beautiful chrome finish. It's 50 cal. Does 5 harm. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, just wanted to make sure your vehicle was right. But it worked last time, so...
Yeah. No, it's Mahusiv beast vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, tell me when you're going to go. Give me something.
Yeah, so
Wait.
I guess everyone was already ready when the mayor came, but
Yeah.
basically when he said, like, let's go...
Awesome, so you
Yeah.
just like went
Do
that
more.
day?
You're lagging for me.
Oh, am I lagging?
Yep, same.
I'm getting a little bit
Not
of lag
anymore.
as well. Just a tiny bit. I don't know if it's the new video player or not.
I think it is.
Yeah. Roll 20.
Usually is.
Cool. So I'm going to say you guys head off. Everyone gets into the Leviathan, this huge like truck. James Reynolds up front. Where do passengers kind of go in the Leviathan? Is there enough space for all of them up in the front, or is somebody in the back in this huge cavernous space?
There'd be like kind of benches sticking, or like a like flat metal sticking out from the sides where people could sit down
Cool.
in the like trailer part.
Cool. I mean, it's Leviathan's so big, you've just like thrown a couch in the back, and it's like a cozy couch in the back there.
He does have a kind of one of those spots like they have in like those 18-wheelers where they can sleep inside, like above the or inside the cabin.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
behind the chairs, there's like a bed with like. But I don't know if James lets anyone crawl into his bed. Probably. Aaron's gonna go have a nap in your bed.
Probably not.
Dude, I found all your porn. It's like, yeah, okay, leave that alone. That's worth one barter.
Car magazines.
Found all your porn. You open it up, it's Top Gear or something. Like, oh, wow. big thick trunks. Big thick trucks. Cool. So yeah, so one of you is probably in the back on this like hard metal bench, rolling around. Maybe one of you's up next to James. Who would be up next to James, or is there space for both of them, like in the cabin?
Last time when I was...
It's pretty big, so they could both fit up there.
Okay.
Cool. So everyone's kind of in the front, and you take off, and we see you like driving out of the base. Driving for the bases like big gates as you go out. Cool, and you take off like out into the snow. It's not a long drive from the base to the place where you do the crossing. You just kind of have to go around the outside of the lake here, and then you go up over the mountains. Up halfway through. It's a little bit treacherous, and you have to stop once or twice to... Well, no, you don't have to stop. You just crush the foliage that's gotten on the thing and smash it between the Leviathan's treads. You do pass through at the tip of the water up here. There's an old destroyed town quite near the base. It looks mostly deserted, except for one or two of the houses have smoke coming out of them, and this is where some of the people who live around the base but outside of it, kind of under the base's protection, live. And this kind of ruined, very old-fashioned looking town that's been overgrown by trees and roots. But yeah, you press across the hill, chugging away, until you get to the place where you can see, like, already the water's, like, it's not quite at fully low tide yet, but you can see that the tide is going out, and as it goes out, like, it's gone from being a big, like, wide, kilometer long kilometer wide would be the word, sorry, body of water, to more of a wide stream in the middle, and soon it'll just be mud as the water recedes. Okay.
Are you sure this everything can go through that, James?
James?
I guess not. I've been through once, but I was in mud until like above my knees, so...
I think my audio is cutting out, or...
Okay. It might be Eric's headset a little bit. It does tend to cut out a bit.
No, it was you too.
Oh, it's me too?
I think something might be messing up in my end.
Oh, weird. It's weird. For me, he's literally the only person who's being quite stable. And right now I think Eric's possibly stalled. I'm going to relog as well. Let's all
I do the same.
Boop, boop, boop. Dearie me. Roll20, I know you're super proud of your new system and your ability to directly whisper people, but if it could actually work, that would be super helpful. Because since the transfer, it doesn't work very well at all. It might work better if I was in Google Chrome, but for some reason I can't record Google Chrome.
Nah, it doesn't really matter for...
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm in
for the stability.
and it doesn't work very well.
Yeah. Oh, you're good when you work, and you're shit when you don't. So, we're waiting for Scalpel to return. So, yeah, you're kind of at the other bank of this thing, waiting for the river to finish receding. You can already see it's kind of muddy. And you can see, actually, I think there's out near the river, there's a couple of people, already a little bit a ways across the mud, and they're waiting for the water to finish receding as well. They're standing up to their waists in place. Not probably up to waist because then they'd be fucked. But they're standing in this deep mud, waiting for it to finish receding so they can, make the crossing themselves. It looks like maybe a family of about 4. They don't look like crazies. They look...
Question, how cold is it now outside? Is it below 0? Because then it would be a bit freezing,
Yeah.
I guess it's salt water, but...
Yeah, it's kind of midday, so it's not freezing at the moment. It's
Okay.
But it's cold. It'd be 1 degree, 2 degree, It's at the stage where it's... So, you can see they're all, heavily wrapped up. They've got big overcoats on and heavy jumpers, and they're trying to but they're still trying to make the crossing, perhaps trying to do some trade or get home. You're not sure which.
Yeah, okay. Also, can I look through the scope at this family to get a closer look at them?
Yeah, sure. You do you want to do a move? Do you want to maybe read a situation?
Yeah, I don't know if there's really. I don't know if it's like read a sitch because that's really an enemy. I don't see them directly as an enemy.
Yeah.
I think, but
Well, it's not always an enemy
or person.
for read a
Yeah,
sitch.
so
It's just
I
a
guess it's
charged
read a
situation.
sitch.
But I suppose this isn't charged, so maybe not yet.
No, that's why.
Oh no, it could be charged. Yeah, it's up to you. If you think it's charged, you can. If you don't, then it's not a charged situation.
Well, let's. Can you just describe them? Is
Yeah,
that like read a sitch?
looking through it at them, there's 5 of them.
Mhm.
Kind of looks like maybe a mother and father. Like you can see like an older pair being followed by not like children, but like stronger young people. They're all like really heavily wrapped up, and they've got their things up, like hoods up, so it's hard to make out real features from them. But yeah, you can see them there. They look like a small family pod, effectively trying to just make the crossing, and they're sloshing in the woods, and you can see they're like trying to deal with the cold and make their way through.
Yeah, so the one will probably just look through the scope, see who they are, and then
Shoot.
probably lay down the scope again. Just ignore them for now.
Cool. So Angel's having a bit of trouble coming back.
Yeah.
Is Scalpel back for everyone else? I don't have a camera for him.
Yeah, I'm back.
What the fuck? I'm gonna
No,
use
I can't see him either.
No, me neither.
I can't hear him.
Oh,
Like,
I didn't even know I could hear him until then. Yeah, you've not got a camera, Scalpel. I'm so close to just being like, fuck this.
do you want me to reload?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Roll 20.
I know. It was fine, like, at first, because they brought out the new one, but they let you use the old version if you wanted, but they're not letting you use the old version anymore, which is so lame. He was back.
Wait.
Nope.
Yeah,
There he is. Yay.
Okay, it's fixed.
Cool. So yeah, the water will eventually recede. What does everyone want to do?
Uh,
I mean, I guess James Reynolds, you're the one driving, so...
Yeah, unless someone's going to be objecting, he would just cross.
Cool, so you plow into the water, this kind of sludge, and I think you've got to try and deal with bad terrain, which is a vehicle move. So yeah, it would be a cool roll, which I think is something you're good at. Plus your vehicle's handling, if it has any handling.
No handling.
No handling. It handles like a brick, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But you don't need to handle very well when you can just plow through anything that gets in the way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not the motion that matters, it's the size.
Aww.
Oh.
Great, lovely. That's ideal. So, then choose one. Okay, the empty chooses one for you, the others are impossible. Suffer harm established, that's not very fun. Okay, so you have to... You're making time, but you are, like, your vehicle is so heavy that it's sinking into this this muck and getting jammed up, getting gunked up, getting stuck. Over and over again. It becomes frustratingly slow. And as you're kind of looking, the people on foot have already made it like most of the way across, and like they're making better time than you in your massive chunky vehicle. And as you're kind of watching, you see from the as they're kind of getting close to your side, Doomwolf, you notice another group pull up. Like it's very snowy on the other bank, and they pull up on what are they called? Snowmobiles.
Mm-hmm.
And the groups they're completely dressed in white, like thick white furs and white clothing and white balaclavas, and they begin jumping down, and there's like a brief kind of pause. So they're a little bit away, so you're having trouble seeing them. And then like there's a snap of gunfire, and one of the 5 people fall down, like splash into the muck, and you see the others like panic and like go down low, and begin like put their hands over their heads, and they're trying to stay out of the way of any more fire. And there's a couple more cracks as these guys in white just begin to try and take pot shots at them from the shore, trying to catch them out while they're stuck out in all this mud.
First of all, I yell at the others to Scalpel James. On the other side, there seems to be some dangerous persons, and look again through my scope, and I want to ask Yuria if I should shoot them or not.
Yeah, good. Talk to your gun.
So let's see.
Okay, Yuria. So on a 7, you get +1 if you do what she wants, and if you want to not do what she wants, you act under fire. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm acting under fire.
Yeah, and it's not a +10, which is the one that gets you like here's some experience.
Yeah, I have to roll +10 or 10+, yeah.
Cool. And I think you get you're weird today, so you get some marking XP.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yuria says, "Yes, shoot them, kill them, my love. But first, let them finish the family. We can use whatever they have. It will make us stronger."
Damn it.
So yeah, if you wait for them to finish the family off and then start shooting...
I yell to Scalpel and James to see what they say about this.
What do you yell to Scalpel and James?
I told them that there were other people on the other side. They probably see the shooting, right? And the family falling down. Or am I the only one who sees the family?
Yeah, I think everyone noticed it once it's pointed out. Like you're a bit behind because you're having to take your time, but you're close enough. You're closer than you were before, so you can kind of make out these people. One of them's definitely fallen down, and the others are being fired on. Like they're having a hard time getting a good shot at them, but they're like trying to pick them off. And a couple of the people in white, like 2 of the people in white, have begun wading into the into the mud and are moving towards them.
Okay. I guess I'll just jump out of the battle wagon and start running towards the family.
Cool. So as soon as you jump out of the battle wagon, you like go up to your knees in freezing cold, like muddy salt water. And it's not so much like heroically dashing in that direction as like awkwardly stomping and slogging, your boots filling with mud and slime as you make your way towards them. I think it might be you may have to act under fire here, and the fire here is that you won't be able to make it to the people before they get cut off. Doomwolf and James, what are you doing during this?
If I see Scalpel jumping out, I want to try and shoot the people on the other side.
Yeah, just before doing so, I'll just shout.
But I have to act under fire first, or wait, is it?
Yeah, if you're not waiting for the people to die, then you'll have to act under fire. Because he's like, no, my love, we need what they have.
Act under fire is
cool.
What role is that again?
It's a cool roll.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, you're super cool. Shut up, Yuria. You don't know shit.
Shut up.
Get out of my mind.
Okay, so right before I jump, I just shout to Doomwolf and James, "Cover me! I just have to get them off this."
Cool. And is James doing anything during this, or are you just like still trying to get the fucking Leviathan to make its way through all this mud?
Yeah, he has to just keep driving, because if he doesn't, then it's gonna take even longer to get across.
Yeah, and like there is the threat, like the water is actually starting to come back now and pool around the bottom of the Leviathan. Like you got to get across before this is no longer mud and becomes a lake. So yeah, you just got your foot down, like trying your best to help, or trying your best to get across. Cool. Doomwolf, I think what move would you like to
lay
make?
down fire, I guess. I guess it's lay down fire because I basically started shooting because of a scalpel jumping out.
Okay, lay down fire. Let's see.
Right.
Provide covering fire, allowing character to move and act freely. Yeah. Provide supporting fire, giving battle moves. Yeah, that's quite a fun.
cool.
I mean, like you could just murder them all, but I think it's more fun to be like.
awesome. I can choose to inflict harm with -1, but basically I'm trying to basically I started shooting because scalpel jumped out.
Yeah,
and
no, that makes sense.
Together, so that's hard, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So
that is hard. And I miss.
roll.
Wow, you
No!
missed on hard.
Yeah.
What kind of
it's a-
gun lugger are
I'm
you?
rolling really bad. I rolled a 3+1, a 1+3, and this time a 2+1. That's terrible. So I can only choose one.
You can choose one.
I'm going to provide covering fire. So
other characters
allowing
can move and
move
act
and
freely.
or act freely. Yeah.
So what is the other character you're letting move and act freely? Is it Scalpel or is it the downed people?
I think it's scalpel.
It's Scalpel. Okay, cool. So Scalpel, you're going to be able to make your way over to these I feel like you're giving Scalpel a +1 to his cool roll to try and make it to them in time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to give you a +1 forward to try to make it across to help these people. As that's happening, James, you notice that the water's rising faster than it normally rises at this time of year. I mean, you're sure you should have had a little more time than this, but as like Scalpel's pushing away and you're trying to slog your way through all the mud, you like feel a little bit of water trickling down. You look and it's like actually starting to come up through the floor. The water's rising pretty fucking fast.
Oh.
How far am I from the side we started on?
Oh, you're like right smack dab in the... You're probably closer to the other side now, but you're pretty close to the middle.
I can't think. Are there any moves to use to get across faster?
Let's have a look. I'm just gonna it's not boarding a moving vehicle.
I would like to use my vehicle as a weapon against the mud.
Yeah, just crash into it as hard as you can. I mean, I suppose we could say this is maybe... I kind of want to say overtaking another vehicle, but instead of like it being another vehicle, you're overtaking the rising tide.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, rather than just rolling for bad terrain again, I think this is now more of a like you're trying to outspace this thing. So you could roll a cool check for that. Scalpel, as you're like kind of wading your way forwards, you do manage to catch up with the group, but not before like as you're watching one of these people gets like tagged by one of the hunting rifle shots. Good, another fail. Everyone's doing wonderfully today. I don't
Adam's
suppose
not here.
Adam's not. Oh no,
Adam's not here.
Adam's
So we
normally the
have
one
to
who
make
rolls
the
all the
bad
fails,
rolls.
so you've got to roll the fails today. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, one of these like it's the one of these people goes down as you're trying to make your way to them, sloshing for the mud. But you reach the this family, and you can see like there's still 3 of them. It looks like the free. You don't want to say kids, like young adults, like the younger ones. And they've got their heads down in the mud. They're trying to find cover. Like bullets are cracking over their heads, splatting into the mud, and quite close to you now. They didn't really notice you coming so much, or like they were too focused on trying to get these people. But there's 2 of these guys dressed all in white, white and brown now because of the mud, sloshing closer to you. One of them has a machete, and the other one has like a length of like I think just like a good solid chunk of wood for caving in skulls. And they're like sloshing towards you and the family, and you as you kind of come up, and one of them like points his lump of wood at you, and it's like, who the fuck's that? I don't know. Just smash his fucking head in. and they start sloshing towards you. It's like he's probably got good shite on him too.
Okay.
James, as you're like trundling forwards on the Leviathan, the engine, one of the two engines cuts out, and looking over over the board. Actually, let me just double check. Choose one again. Your counterpart chooses one against you, which is me. Okay. Yeah, so you overtake them. They have this. Okay, yeah. So you're making your way as best you can, but your vehicle, you feel the water kind of gets into your engine parts, and like steam begins to come out of it, and one of your two engines like revs uncut pleasantly, and you hear like a horrible spluttering noise as salt water gets in amongst its mechanisms. The Leviathan takes 1 point of harm, armor piercing, as you chug your way through this like heavy gunk and dirt. And yeah, like there's water kind of blowing up all around you. And Doomwolf, you can feel like water. I don't know, where's Doomwolf shooting from? Are you like hanging out the side?
Last time there were like the small holes in the vehicle where I could get my sniper through.
Yeah, but you're like coming straight on at them.
Yeah, so probably somewhere from
like hanging out the side door. Yeah, there's like water like sloshing around your feet.
There is a hatch like on top of the vehicle.
Oh, probably somewhere like out of there, like.
Yeah, cool. So you're blissfully unaware of how much water is currently around you.
Maybe I feel it like at my feet, like. Well, it's a big vehicle.
Yeah, you're towering above the ocean. But yeah, James, you start to pull out of the water, but you can hear like the choking and sloshing noise as you do so. Scalpel, these two guys are moving in your direction, while around you like bullets are kind of splatting into the mud and making a mess. You can hear like these people who are trying to cross are just like whimpering and screaming. One of them's like grabbed their downed like father, you think it is, and has tried to pull them away, but he's like, you can tell he's already bled out.
Okay.
What does Scalpel do?
I think I'll just shout to them, to the people crossing, just hurry, get to the battle wagon, and start shooting to the white guys coming.
Okay, cool. So is there, what move do you want to make?
I was thinking of stand overwatch for them. Maybe trying to protect them.
Let's have a look. Stand overwatch.
Or maybe it's just...
It might be laying down fire.
Oh, yeah. Too.
Again, yeah. Because if you lay down fire, you can give them a chance to move unimpeded. Which is definitely kind of what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, partial success.
Partial success. So you can choose. You can choose two.
Yeah. I'll take the first one. I provide covering fire, allowing them to move freely, and maybe suppressing fire to deny them to move, like to prevent the two from coming closer.
Yeah. So you're snapping off shots with your 9mm pistol. You're not really able to hit the guys on the far bank, but you're able to cause like the enough fire. Like you make the two guys who've been like stalking forwards. They throw themselves into the mud to avoid being shot, and then you kind of pop a few shots over their head at the guys in their snowmobiles, who like, although you're not really getting close to hitting them, they still kind of panic and try and get out of the way. So you force them not to advance any further, and these scared people like slosh through the mud and reach the battle wagon. James, you see them like they're at first they're sloshing through mud, and then they're splashing into water as you're trying to get the battle wagon to push through the push through all this salt water, this cold salt water. But they reach your battle wagon and begin to try and pull themselves up inside. What does James Reynolds do, and what's Doomwolf going to do? You can see these guys are being shot on. It looks like they're like, no, they're planning on getting back on their snowmobiles and leaving.
No, I'm not going to let them leave or try. Or at least give them a warning to not come back to us.
So, is it a warning or is it murder?
A warning by shooting one.
Alright, so... It's a brutal kind of warning, but it makes sense. Cool. One second.
They were shooting at us, so...
They were, absolutely. I think that sounds like you are... Yeah, you're going aggro on them. So they can either take your harm, or they can either take your harm, which would be very bad for them, or you kill one, and the rest get to run away with their tails between their legs, sort of thing. So yeah, roll to go aggro, roll hard, and actually roll hard like a gunlugger this time. There we go. That's more like that's more gunluggery.
Still a one. There's still a one in there.
There's still a 1 in there. It's a 9. Be happy. It's a 9. Take your 9.
Let's see. They can choose one of the above or one of the four. So yeah, they have to choose, right?
Yeah, they have to choose. So they are going to choose to securely barricade themselves in. So they don't get to run away. They don't take the harm, but they're just like they're cowering behind their snowmobiles as you like blast chunks out of their snowmobiles. Like you probably ruin 2 of them completely with like these big heavy rounds like piling into them. Yeah, cool. Do you want to eventually let them run away if they want to, or do you want to just keep them trapped in place?
Like I shoot two of the. How many snowmobiles are there? And how many of them were
I think there were probably about 6, and about 10 of them.
So yeah, I give a couple of good shots at the on the 2 of the snowmobiles, and then stop for a while, see what they do, and if they want to run away, I let them.
Yeah, they get on the 4 remaining like working snowmobiles, and they drive off as the 2 guys in the mud are like sloshing up, like, hey guys, no, come on, guys. Oh, fuck me. James, you've got new passengers and your vehicle's getting fucked up by salt water. Is there anything... What do you want to do? Like, you've kind of been trying to push your way through. Do you want to maybe, like, read the situation and get more information to, like, help you push through? Or you just want to keep trying to get through?
Probably read the situation.
Cool. Alright, so... Yeah, roll your sharp.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Drivers are sharp. So, yeah, you may ask your questions of me.
Okay, where are the questions?
I got them.
I also got a question. I leveled up. What do I get when I get a holding and wealth?
Oh, you would
do I actually get a proper house this time?
No, you get to build your own hardhold. You get to build your own town.
Nah, there's nothing for my Gunlinger.
Yeah, you would get to build the town of Doomwolf. If the major ever dies, you could always take that and become leader of the base.
Yeah, maybe later on.
But yeah, that's what that one does.
I would just choose something else.
Okay, the first question is probably the most appropriate. Where is my best escape route?
Yeah, you're kind of looking. You've just been pushing forwards, trying to make your way through the muck. Looking around, you notice it's a little off to one side, but there's a sandbank. Like you just notice a bit that's less marshy and less watery. And as the water's kind of coming in, you notice the water sort of stopping a bit against a sandbank sticking out a little bit. if you could pull yourself up on that, you should be able to get out of the main muck and make better time.
Okay. See, I've got 2 more questions.
Yeah. You don't have to ask them if that's all the information you really want, but
Yeah, I don't think, like, which enemy is the biggest threat. What should I be on the lookout is obviously
drowning.
the rising water.
Yeah. I mean, I think the rest of them
because
are pretty obvious.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Try and get up on that sand to get out.
Awesome. Roll. I think you got to roll to deal with terrain again, but you get a +1 now because you took a moment, you've looked around, and you found this sandbank. Let's see if you can actually drive your... There we go.
11.
Easy.
Cool.
That's what you needed the first time round. So you fly through untouched. Yeah. So the Leviathan pulls itself up onto the sandbank, and you make good time along, picking up Scalpel along the way, and you make it to the other side where you find these 2 guys in white are like trying to get one of the snowmobiles working. They're like kind of pulling on like a starter, like it's like come on you piece of shit, oh fuck me, oh shite. And they look over their shoulder and they see the Leviathan like just chug up behind them, this huge armored vehicle. Like, oh fuck me, oh it's not working, oh fuck. And they turn, literally about to run off into the woods. Well, I say into the woods, just run off into the snow effectively, and then eventually scramble between some trees. They're in a pretty shitty position.
Okay. Personally, I guess I just get in the trunk of the wagon and start taking care of the wounded.
Yeah.
If there are any wounded people.
Yeah. None of them got shot per se, although they look very, very cold, and they're definitely, one of them is definitely kind of in shock. Like they've got that big wide-eyed, like, oh my god, stare. Having just seen like their parents shot.
Okay.
But yeah, that's them. But you begin like caring for them, trying to help as best you can.
I think I got like a bottle of alcohol for disinfection.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna like, oh my god, you're in shock. Here, get drunk.
Yeah, no, just say, here, take just drink a little to warm you up and
Just drink your problems away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give her a bottle, and she takes a long drink, like shaking, like, oh god, they shot them, fucking yetis, fucking Sasquatches. Yeah. So Doomwolf and James, these guys are trying to make a run for it. Do you let them go? Like James, you could probably just run them down now that you're out of the muck, if you were so inclined. And Doomwolf, you could just, 2 quick shots and their lives would be over.
I actually want one of them to stop, or actually both try. But
Yeah, you
don't
could
know how.
roll...
Is it like seize by force also?
No, that would
Like,
that would definitely kill them.
Shout out.
It would be going aggro. You'd like fire a warning shot like near them and sort of be like, stop or I'll murder you. And then if they
Yeah.
go, you kill them. It's like you've got to
that's what I
actually
wanted to do.
intend it. But,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So that's another. Yeah.
that's
okay.
going aggro again. Yeah,
Unless James want to run them over.
yeah. James could go aggro with the Leviathan.
And deal 7 armor-piercing harm to a person.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I do.
Less.
I do.
He actually does more harm than you. Yeah, like you can go
Yeah,
aggro and it's like, stop or I will run you down. Like you come up with their car. Do you want to go aggro with the Leviathan?
Yeah, I think I will.
You will? Awesome.
I can't
I just
imagine
said-
they would actually keep running if they think they're going to get run over by this.
Yeah. I will have to describe,
just-
if this works, we'll have to describe how you get them to, like, I'm wondering if James Reynolds just has the window rolled down and is shouting over the engine, like, you better stop! Run you down, boy. Cool. So
Oh no, I have to roll hard.
yes, but you're in your vehicle.
I have a
probably
minus
shouting, you
3
better
for that.
stop, or we will run you over.
Come on, guys. No, wait a second. You're
Stop.
you're a combat driver, yeah?
Yes.
So while in your vehicle, you get to use your vehicle's stats to help you out.
Oh.
So I'm trying to remember because how does this work? So battle options: speed, handling, massive, and armor. I'll look up. You are a combat driver, aren't you?
The move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that.
Let's double check how combat driver works. Hard holder. I've gone past it. Gun lugger driver. Combat driver. When you use your vehicle as a weapon, inflict 1 harm when you... Oh, not that one. Where is it? I was sure there was one that let you use like your vehicle stats for something. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Am I going crazy?
I don't know.
The answer is yes. I guess I am. Maybe that's something that was in the first edition and it's gone now.
Maybe.
That might be it.
Yeah, that might be it. That's fine. Okay, so you fail. Lol.
Yep.
I feel like there's something. You get 2 additional cards.
I guess a system doesn't really matter, right?
No, not with a 2. Inflict 1 harm. When you inflict vehicle harm, add 1 to your target's roll. When you suffer vehicle harm, take 1 from your roll. So that's all pretty cool, but that's not what I was thinking of. Bum 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 bum. That's fine. I was thinking of like maybe adding your massive to the roll because of how intimidating that would be. But I probably shouldn't do it if there's not like a direct move for it. Okay, so you trundle forward this huge thing. How is it James was going to like inform them they should stop?
I don't know. Probably just.
As I was saying, like, maybe James told me, and I'm still out there with my sniper and just yelling at them, "You better stop, or we will run you over," something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then we probably get stuck in the snow.
Yeah. So James, you're coming up behind them like screaming. Doomwolf's on the roof like screaming. That means 2 guys with like your bad hard and your bad hot are just combining to make this awful situation. And you're both like screaming at them like, get down, you surrender or we'll run you down. And
oh no! Wait, the engine is so loud that they don't even know what we're saying.
they can't hear you. They can't hear you. You can't hear each other. It's just a mess. And then like they're wearing white in the snow, so you lose track of them. It's like, where the fuck did they go? Like they're all dressed in white and like you can't see them anymore. You're looking around for a second and then you just hear a loud so 7 armor piercing damage, yeah? Yeah, you hear a loud
I guess you didn't have red paint, right? On your wheels or something.
and there's like just this awkward pause.
Oops.
And then somebody reaches for your window and grabs you by the shoulder and goes, and you just hear someone shout, "You ran over troll! You fuck!"
Does he have his gun pointed?
The guy doesn't have a gun. He's just grabbed James by the shoulder and is trying to pull him out of his own vehicle. And you're on the roof at the time, and Scalpel's in the back. James, what do you do? This guy is like Like you lost track of them. It feels like you ran one of them over. You felt a familiar like squishing sensation, and then one of them grabbed you by the shoulder.
I mean, it's kind of his fault. He could have gotten out of the way. It's not easy to not see the Leviathan coming.
What are you trying to do?
I'm saying it's his own fault because he should have just gotten out of the way. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen if the thing runs over you.
The guy's like grabbing your shoulder. He's like, "What? I mean, that's not the point. You fuck. What? Stop being so calm about this. I'm going to bash your fucking skull in."
I want to point my rifle at him, and
you can't hear him over the loud engine. You're still going. Where the fuck did he go?
Can I shoot him?
I mean, yeah, you can shoot him, or you've got him like he's like, do you want to keep talking to him?
How is he like trying to shake me, or
yeah, he's like
how is he?
I mean, it's an awkward situation. He reached through the car window, like, I'm going to pull you out, but then there's a door in the way, and he had a club, which he can't really use because he's holding the thing, so he's just aggressively shaking you at the moment.
So I guess I'll just get down of the trunk just to see.
I think the vehicle's still moving.
Oh, it's still moving. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He jumped on the side.
Oh, so he's like...
I was like, what?
Okay, I know, so I just say...
Yeah, no, sorry, I was picturing it like there was a squelch and you were like still going, and like as you hit this guy, like hit one of them, the other one who got out of the way jumped on the side of the car and is now like shaking you through the window, like screaming at you, like, you kill him. Well, he was screaming at you, and then you're like, I mean, come on, it was going to happen, and now you've got him like looking a bit confused, like that wasn't the reaction he expected.
Okay.
Is there like a tree? Are there trees ahead or anything that we're going
Yes,
towards?
there's actually you're actually going towards a large forest.
Is there a move for that?
Is this?
I lost my train of thought.
I think we knew your train of thought. Was it to scrape this guy off your vehicle?
No, I was gonna wait till there was a tree coming and open the door, sort of smack him into it, and let go.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to call this shouldering another vehicle? Only the vehicle is a tree?
Sure.
Or it's something like seized by force, and then his car is the weapon.
Yeah. But I don't want to just make him roll hard.
Yeah.
You know, he's a driver. This is what he's good at. So yeah.
Yeah, it's shoulder then, I guess.
Yeah. I think you shoulder another vehicle, yeah. So roll cool. Cool. On a 10 plus, inflict 0. So on a shoulder, you shoulder its side, you inflict vehicle harm, which I believe for you is 7. So yeah, this guy is like holding you and shaking you angrily. He's like, "You killed my friend."
Wait. Well, V-harm is different from harm. Like, V-harm is like kind of mostly cosmetic damage that other vehicles can suffer.
Yeah, V-harm is harm inflicted to another vehicle normally. And then it, like normal.
Well, no,
harm.
it's its own special kind of harm, because you can inflict regular harm to vehicles too.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like, V-harm is like when kind of like bad things happening, like you lose control or like
okay.
cosmetic damage that doesn't actually damage it, and then you have
Yeah.
actual harm which can damage and destroy vehicles and blow back onto the people inside.
Okay, so that kind of makes sense for this, because as you're going by a tree, you click the door handle, you push it open, and there's a loud thud as this guy hits the tree, and then, like, you know, the door slams shut again, but he's left, like, with the tree, and you can see him, like, rolling on the ground, like, winded and sore, and he's out of breath, and he's rolling in the snow, he's muddy up to his waist. It looks like you've dislocated his shoulder. He's like, oh God, oh, I'm gonna be sick. Or, well, that's what he's saying. All you hear is from your engine. And yeah, Doomwolf, you see the door, like, open and, like, smash into a tree, and then when you look down, there's this guy writhing on the ground. Do you stop the car, James, or do you just keep going?
I think we've dealt with him, so I'll just keep going unless someone tells me to stop.
Yeah, it sounds like everyone's going to let you just keep going.
Yeah. How's the battle wagon inside? I mean,
Sorry?
how is the battle
damaged?
wagon inside?
Oh, how is the battle wagon inside, James? What does it look
Yeah.
like?
Oh, well, you've got the cabin area, and then there's kind of like a little transition over to the trailer, which is, it's mostly empty with a lot of things on the side that you could connect straps to, you know, keep stuff down. Then it's got like those sort of benches jutting out from the walls. There are some slits that are kind of like windows, but they're like basically meant so you can shoot out them. You can't really like go through them or anything. Yeah, we're going to pick stuff up, right? Not delivering it.
Yeah, you're going to pick
Okay, yeah.
stuff up.
So the back would be pretty empty right now.
So it's just this big, cavernous, empty space. Is there a light in there, or is the light coming only through the windows?
There would probably be like a couple of lights on the ceiling. Not super bright, but enough that you can see where you're going.
Are they like just bare hanging bulbs that are like going back and forth, making it kind of pretty intense?
That's cool.
I was thinking kind of like those
Oh, sorry, you're muted again.
Yeah,
Oh,
still muted. Can we maybe have a short break pretty soon?
yeah. Well, we'll get this description, then we'll have a short break. I could use one as well, actually.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay. I was thinking kind of like those orange emergency lights they have on planes, like when the other stuff isn't working, you can, like, it's kind of like a glow.
Oh yeah, so it's like just a constant. It's kind of like dark but light, like it's backup generator style light.
Yeah.
It's enough to get by, but it's gentle light, and it's kind of a bit off-putting. Yeah, so that's what you're in, Scalpel, with these injured people.
So if they are okay, I mean, they can be okay. They're shocked, but if I see they don't need anything, I'll just go to the cabin and try to speak to James, like shouting, "Is this loud noise normal?"
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
actually
it's normal.
it's even worse than normal because one of your engines got some salt water in it.
Oh, right.
I probably tried to scream also something like, "Is everything fine?" Nobody hears me probably. Like,
No one knows where Doomwolf is. They assume he's dead. Cool. So yeah, we see you like trucking along, and I think that's a good place. We're just going to take a wee 10-minute break. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. We'll take a 10-minute break, and we'll come back then.